His Highness Dhamaraja Jigme Phuntsok wish-fulfilling gem was born in Padma County in Qinghai Province on the 3rd day of the 1st month of the Tibetan calendar in 1933. He came to the world head facing upwards and immediately assumed the Vajra sitting position, reciting 7 times Manjushri heart mantra.
Om Arapatsanat.
Later, he was identified by many great attainers as the reincarnation of Tertang Lerdo Limpa. Through countless eons and lives of life-benefiting career, he has manifested himself as founders and heads of different sects in India and Tibet. Great Master Dhamma Vajra has in his terma prophesied India's Vajrasattva demon subduing Vajra under His Highness Padmasambhava Kwangajyo Mongshan Dhamaraja of the Sakya school, Galupa's Holiness Gelug Pauzan, and Kwenzang Cho's Gregs from Minyak. In this life, he has attained accomplishments of Dharma propagation more than ever as he wishes. In the past 20 years since the Larung Buddhism Academy was founded, countless termas were revealed, and hundreds of Rinpoches, Kampus, and Buddhist scholars were trained, who go to different places to spread Buddhist teachings and become mainstream for this cause at the present times. In 1994, His Highness revealed the terma Vajrasattva purification practice. In the footnote, Padmasambhava had written, "This guideline is of greatest benefit, mainly to the Han Chinese and other non-Tibetans." In Great Perfection Consequence Mula Tantra, Samantabhadra predicted, the age of the end of true Dharma will be a period for Vajrasattva to liberate sentient beings. In 1997, a mind terma appeared naturally in Guru's profound wisdom. The terma Vajrasattva purification practice, wish-fulfilling gem, is a simpler version which emphasizes prayers and can be practiced with or without empowerment. In the turning of the century, with Guru's boundless aspiration, the light of Vajrasattva Dhammayaya is getting more brilliant daily. An upsurge of practice is seen, which has never happened before. No matter it is personal diligent daily recitation or group purification practice within a certain period of time, great accomplishment has been achieved. So Padmasambhava's prediction is fully proved. In brief, His Highness Dhamaraja Jigme Phuntsok is all embracement of Buddhas of the 3 times, who was identified by Shakyamuni, Padmasambhava, and many Masambhavas hundreds or thousands years ago. The common Nyamanakaya of numerous India Masambhavas, a holy man who has attained Bodhi enlightenment in present life, founder of the enlightening great perfection, and true refuge of all living beings in the 3 worlds. Guru Rinpoche Phuntsok has always been studying and practicing Buddhism under the guidance of her uncle, His Highness Dhammaraja Wish-fulfilling Gem. His Highness Dhammaraja himself has approved. My niece Phuntsok has been strictly keeping all her vows and has realized the innermost essence of Dzogchen. A lot of Mahasiddhis at home and abroad have made prophecies on her previous life, Mungje Huadro. She was enthroned in 1999 as reincarnation of Mungje Huadro, emanation of Yeshi Tangzhou in Minchunling Temple, one of the three main Nian Mapa Temple. Now, as the new president of the Larung Buddhism Academy, Guru Rinpoche Phuntsok continues her uncle's commitment to dissemination of Buddhist teachings and introduce to disciples the way to liberation. Asked by her disciples, Guru Rinpoche Phuntsok chants the mind terma of Dharamaja wish-fulfilling gem, Vajrasattva purification practice wish-fulfilling gem, for this specific film.
Namka Tanya Basim Chin Tamshaki, Tonda Tandela Namid, Yang Tabra Zoba Sarji, Compound Bochi, Dobrusha, the Shirta Tambichu, Kajasani, Tonyam Solan Review, Yabusha Chota to keep at Amchiter San and Sara de la Gang, San Berusha, Chuna, Horda Dorjes, and Walapteni. Dudru Jean Tony Drushiki, Magna Tamarna, Jisha, Jigsaw, Jabsimot, Rore Shila, Ramdan Chopton Jamsori, Parker Lavir Dantanta, Rindi Hortado, Jesima, Casar Lavar, Gibim Dan, Jachif Shani, Doctor Nama, Lord Kichis, or Chatralwa, Yeshi Rose, Shopchandro, Tawi, Yetmur Lamir Sarek, Mavla Mardo Jesse. Shmondi Tamjania Goni, Daksoniam Taksim Chen, TG Jason, and Benzo, Tomitini, Tavareta, Linga Yeti, Tonam, Chester, Condo, Tuxontar, Non Jutrabum, Torjan, Shanchola, Babkirkan, Mogolinam, Vietnam. Zambi, Shantir Zanzolan, Jamnim Shako, Yonsor, Dardan Simjin, Tamchaki, Tamsiam Shakantajam, Jordan Tonmo, Hungudrup Gana, Tartaneto, Troperum Zodaji, so the Jisser, Toshi, Goni, Banzer Satu, Hong, Bum Chakjili, Nasavi, Tamsinia, Baran, Shawaringero, Samaya. Tarangova Tamtashi Sharoji Banda, Merlan Lavax and BT, Cherchilang, Room, some maybe. Ricam Tami Sally Harvester, Low, Sutum, Jimmy, Jeep, Jibber, Giver, Kirchu, Sugar, Kupchukov, and Lulava, Jiviti, Jeep, then Lago, Sonamanda, Tamcha, Zubanya, Tommy, Machine Kirka, Nanchi, Ballon, Chubaya, Japan, Solid, or Varesho.
Homage to Guru Vajrasattva. In 5 dark periods of impurity, people lack a wide view about cause and effect and commit severe sins which will leave habitual tendencies in one's continuum. If they are not controlled through antidote, bitter fruits will definitely ripen. So it's very important for one to confess. In all the confessionals, Vajrasattva Dhammapayaya fits the living beings best in the period of degeneration of the Dhamma. More than 1,000 years ago, Padmasambhava predicted in the terma Vajrasattva purification practice that this Dhammapayaya has special relations with the Han Chinese. At the present times, His Highness observes with wisdom of Dzogchen and also proves it in meditation. he strongly calls for collective practice so as to eliminate rapidly heinous black karma and see peaceful dawnlight again by deity's aspiration, mantras, blessings, and the power of collectiveness. According to Karma Lai's Cultivation Sequence 2 and Cultivation Sequence 3, on a comfortable mat, one must follow the 8 keys. Sitting in a full or semi-lotus position with crossed legs and the soles upward like a Varukana. Eyes neither too opened nor too closed, with eyesight towards nose point. Body neither too forward nor too backward, and kept straight with the mind going inward. 2 shoulders in the same level. Head neither too high nor too low, and neither too left nor too right. Vertical from nose to navel. Teeth and lips kept natural. Tongue against the maxilla. Breath becoming more and more slight. With a straight spine, one will be free from dullness, torpor, sleepiness, and carelessness for cultivation, so the state of meditation will last long. First of all, take refuge in front of refuge tree of the Sovereign Lord of all mandalas.
南无从今乃至菩提果，如海诸不坛城主，上师金刚萨多前，无以深解信皈依。
Namo means homage to Guru Vajrasattva. From now till enlightenment, we will always have great faith in taking refuge in families of 3, 5, or 1,000 Buddhas. Most of all the Sovereign Lord of countless mandalas, Guru Vajrasattva. Great faith is strong confidence without any doubts, believing that Vajrasattva is kind and compassionate. His aspiration is true, and his heart mantra is no false. The Lord we take refuge in has the perfect blessing power, which will not be wasted. But Guru's blessings will not dissolve into one's continuum unless one has the real confidence and respectfulness. So this great faith is very important. According to Anattara Yuga Tantra, the bell in the left hand means transcendent wisdom. So the upper part is face of consort of Ishvara Buddha. The Vajra of the up half means the union of bliss and emptiness. There are 8 seed syllables on 8 lotuses of the bell, representing all consorts and concubines, except Ishvara. Half string of ornaments and 2 strings of Vajras on the up and down sides mean infinite wisdom, adorned by supreme upaya. In the inner wall of some bells, there are 3 syllables, Om, Ah, Hum, representing Buddha's body, speech, and mind. The bell tone means the source of great happiness or wisdom, which can be attained. The round space inside the wall means the Dharma world of emptiness, far from all meaningless arguments. Taking refuge, generating Bodhisattva, and visualizing Vajrasattva is the first of 4 powers, power of reliance. Purification requires a support for us to confess properly. The true wish to go for refuge, Bodhisattva for life benefiting, and visualizing Vajrasattva in one's heart altogether become a powerful support for one's confession. The power of regret will be very strong. Then, recite visualizing verse once.
啊，自前如海共云中，白莲月人坐殿上，不足金刚萨多尊，明现洁白皎月色，一面2手持灵杵，圆满报事家父座，放射智光遍十方，沉静意中观明然。
After visualizing, pray to Vajrasattva boldly. Guru Vajrasattva's Dhammakaya is always in the worlds of 10 directions. Her aspiration is all over time and space of universe. Like a diamond, she is true and firm, and will never cheat us. She is a refuge tree we can trust forever. But her blessing will dissolve into prayer's mind stream only when we pray sincerely, opening our heart to accept the blessing of aspiration. The more sincerely, boldly, and vastly we pray, the deeper, faster, and stronger will be granted blessings. You'd better pray like this. Ah, Guru Mother Vajrasattva, keep your pledge and bless us helpless children who are long suffering in the 3 regions from endless afflictions. With your profound love and boundless compassion, please don't abandon us. Then, one has to make deep, intense remorse, confessing all sins committed either under compulsion of one's own nature or through transgression, no matter one remembers or not. These sins are conducted by body, speech, and mind, out of greed, hatred, and ignorance, like 10 evil deeds, 5 kinds of unintermitted sins and offense against disciplines of 3 vehicles through eons. Recall them one by one, feeling ashamed, regretful, and horrified, as one has swallowed poison, and confess them frankly. Then pray for empowerment. Please enlighten us with your infinite wisdom. Look at us with kind eyes, and listen to our open confession. Today, I have no good news to tell you, but infinite sins from beginningless time. I confess and wish to be purified right now by your empowerment before I finish meditation. Guru Vajrasattva is most kind. He will not abandon us anyway. The more frankly, sincerely, thoroughly, and directly we confess, the more directly, faster, and stronger we shall be granted blessings. This is the second power of fall, power of regret. Then, make pledge never to commit sins again. From now on, I will never conduct evil karma, even if it costs my life. Because without the power of resolution, one cannot cut off the continuum of evil karma thoroughly. We ought to know regretting in word is far from enough. One should think in details about all these things like 10 evil deeds, and promise not to repeat them, not only by ourselves, but also to prevent others from committing a sin, and not to follow bad examples. Promise never to kill big animals like lions, tigers, and human beings, not to kill pigs, bulls, sheep, and fish, as well as small ones like lice, mosquitoes, and flies. Direct and indirect abortions are strictly forbidden. This is the third of four, power of resolution. Then recite 100-syllable mantra and the heart mantra as the antidote. Do all the good deeds against the past evil actions. Paying homage to Buddhas. Praising others' merits. Dedicating good root to Bodhisattva and protecting self-nature against all negativities. These are all antidotes. This Dhammayaya emphasizes reciting 100-syllable mantra and Vajrasattva's heart mantra wholeheartedly. This is the fourth power of fall, power of the antidote. We commit sins because of our carelessness and losing wisdom and the right view. When we make confession, how many sins will be purified and rooted or not depends on how boldly we do. Confession quality depends on how strong the four powers are and how long meditation lasts. The better you confess, the more effective confession will be. Among the four powers, the beginning of power of regret and the power of resolution depends on the fruit of practice. Realizing the result which black karma will bring about, one will feel a strong regret and promise never to behave like this. This is the real aim of confession. Recite the prayer and the verse of four powers once respectively.
呜呼！上师金萨尊，请忆往昔所历事，吾等痛苦诸有情，哀恳大悲以摄持。无始以来至今生，身口意造诸罪堕，如同以服恶毒药，深深追悔发怒惨。今后纵遇命难时，亦绝不造诸恶业。
Then, recite 100-syllable mantra. Visualize at Guru Vajrasattva's heart center. There is a white lotus. On it is a moon disk as small as a pressed mustard seed. On the moon, there is a standing white Vajra. On its handle is home as tiny as hair drawing. Visualizing again, each one of the 100 syllables is standing, but they do not mix. In the center is hum. Recite the mantra once in a praying manner.
Panza sato samaya mano balaya panza sato dinoba dicha jijo mebawa sudo kayo mebawa sobo kayo mebawa ano rado mebawa sawa sede mame jaya ja sawa gama sujame jidang shiyang guru hung ha 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 ho bagawan sawa tathagata benza mame menza benza bawa maha samaya sado ah.
Visualize again, from all parts of Vajrasattva's body, mantra his heart, and lotus moon disc above your head in front. Luminous nectar of wisdom and compassion flow continuously into all living beings' crown chakra. Visualize again, all living beings' sickness takes form of pus and blood. Visualize all living beings' obstructions appear in forms of frogs, fish, snakes, tadpoles, spiders and lice. Visualize again all the inactivities of body, speech and mind committed by living beings become smoky ink, liquid tar, dust, smoke, cloud, and air. Visualize again, the ground beneath you opens. At the same time, the cleansing stream of nectar is so powerful that it washes away pus, blood, frogs, and inky liquid downward from souls, anus, and all the pores of the body, like a river in flood, carrying away mud and dust. Visualize again the king of the haze with hairs standing, surrounded by all your male and female enemies and foes. They all open their mouths, stretch their arms, and open their claws. Visualize again pus, blood, frogs, and a smoky liquid, all poured into their mouths, hands, and claws. At the same time, recite 100-syllable mantra with compassion. Like before, visualize Vajrasattva granting nectar of wisdom and compassion, washing away the dirt again and again, reciting 100-syllable mantra continuously. If you have enough time, practice the visualization repeatedly. It's very important for a practitioner who pays more attention to quality. Visualize again, King of the Haze, and all enemies and foes underground feel satisfied. The hatred is gone. The debts are paid. All negativities are purified. So the King of Haze and enemies and foes close their mouths, hands and claws. The split ground is closed too. If one can visualize those perceived objectives above all at once, one should visualize like that. If not, one can sometimes visualize attentively Guru Vajrasattva's face, reciting 100-syllable mantra, sometimes visualize attentively Guru's arms and so on, reciting 100-syllable mantra, sometimes visualize attentively Guru's Vajra in hand, reciting the mantra. Sometimes visualize attentively the necklace around the Guru's neck and recite the mantra. Sometimes visualize attentively Guru's foot strings, reciting the mantra. Sometimes visualize attentively Guru's 13 adornments, reciting the mantra. Sometimes visualize attentively Guru's flowing nectar, washing away all the obstacles and activities, reciting the mantra. And sometimes with the power of regret, to dig up evil deeds, and the power of resolution, to cut off evil continuum, one recites the mantra attentively. Visualize again the bodies of yourself and all other beings become light of self-nature, as clear as crystal. Visualize again in the body, there is a central channel with navel chakra as wheel of illusion, heart chakra as wheel of dharma, throat chakra as wheel of enjoyment, and a crown chakra as wheel of bliss. These 4 wheels are like umbrellas. Navel chakra has 64 petals upward. Heart chakra has 8 petals upside down. Throat chakra has 16 petals upward. And a crown chakra has 32 petals upside down. Visualize again nectar of wisdom and compassion pouring from crown chakra, throat chakra, and heart chakra to navel chakra, and filling them all with this white nectar. Visualize again all parts of the body, including fingers and toes, deriving from the 4 wheels filled with white nectar, like a crystal vase filled with milk. Visualize again when the nectar enters crown chakra, all living beings are empowered by the precious vase, purified of karma and obstructions, beginning to have bliss wisdom in their mind stream, and the seed is planted for realizing nirmanakaya. Visualize when the nectar enters throat chakra, all living beings are granted secret initiation, purified of obstruction of passion, beginning to have great bliss wisdom in their mind stream, and the seed is planted for realizing sambhogakaya. Visualize when the nectar enters heart chakra, all living beings are granted wisdom initiation, purified of obstruction of wrong conception, beginning to have supreme bliss wisdom in their mind stream, and the seed is planted for realizing dhammakaya. Visualize when the nectar enters navel chakra, all living beings are granted consecration of true word empowerment, purified of obstruction of habitual tendencies, beginning to have natural bliss wisdom, and the seed is planted for realizing state of self-nature. In a word, visualize like this. Guru Vajrasattva is watching us with eyes of great compassion and granting us blessings with his powerful soft hands to release us from all kinds of negativities, especially of broken vows and pledges, so that all sentient beings will obtain all cities of worldly perfection and genuine merits beyond the world in their mind stream. After that, recite the verse of regret and the verse of city once respectively.
护主，我以愚昧无知故，与三昧业有缺犯，护主上师祈救护，以及主尊金刚持，具足大悲体性者，众生主尊我皈依。其如悲眼视无等，柔和之手赐解脱。我与一切诸有情，失坏誓言皆令尽，一切圣供诸悉地，愿经悉结得成办。
Visualize again. Guru Vajrasattva now says to us kindly, sons and daughters of good family, your activities and obstructions are cleaned and purified. Such an approval is granted. Visualize Guru Vajrasattva melts into light and dissolves into us. Visualize again the moment Vajrasattva dissolves into you. You and all other living beings become Vajrasattva himself, as transparent as the white moon, with one face and two hands, holding the bell and the Vajra, sitting in full lotus posture and illuminating all 10 directions with the wisdom light. Visualize again at his heart center. There's a moon disk, as small as a pressed mustard seed, upon which is a blue letter Hom. In front of Hom is a white Om. On the right, the yellow Banja. Behind is a red Sa. On the left is green Dwal. Then recite Om Banja Sa Dua Hom. Visualize again from the 5 syllables, rays of white, yellow, red, green, and a blue light emanate upward one by one. Visualize again. On the top of the 5-colored light, dancing fairies are making offerings to goddesses. They wave their hands, scattering 8 auspicious symbols, 7 treasures of wheel rulers, flags and umbrellas, jeweled banners, canopies with gems, 1,000 spoked gold wheels, and a white rotating sea snails. Visualize again, dedicating all these offerings as 8 auspicious symbols to the Buddhas, reciting in boundless, incredible Buddha field, in worlds of 10 directions, to make them happy, so as to complete the accumulation and purify us of all negativities. Visualize again all Buddha's compassion and blessing become multicolored light, which melts into yourself and other sentient beings. Visualize again after light melting into us, in our mind stream appear common cities of medicine awareness, enjoyment awareness, body awareness, and the supreme cities of awareness of fruition of vibhaka, awareness of lifespan freedom, awareness of great seal of dharani, and awareness of natural accomplishment. This is preparation for a rising of self-benefiting Dhammakaya. Visualize again from the 5 syllables rays of white, yellow, red, green, and blue emanate downward one by one with boundless radiance. Visualize again. The boundless radiance illuminates all beings in 3 regions and 6 paths, purifying all their obstruction, afflictions, and habitual tendencies in their mind stream, just like the sun appearing in darkness. Visualize again. The whole external world becomes the Buddha field of pure joy. All sentient beings become the nature of 5 dhyani Vajrasattvas, which manifest the white, yellow, red, green, and blue colors. Visualize again the Buddha field of pure joy, and 5 dhyani Vajrasattvas are all reciting Om Vajrasattva Hum, the sound of which fills the whole space. This is preparation for rising a physical body of benefiting others. While visualizing, recite Vajrasattva's heart mantra as many times as you can. When you start to come out of this meditation, visualize again the whole outer universe of the Buddha field of pure joy dissolves into 5 dhyani Vajrasattvas. Visualize again 5 dhyani Vajrasattvas melt into light and dissolve from side to center into bodies of yourself and other sentient beings. Visualize again yourself and others also melt into light from side and dissolve into Hum at the heart center. Visualize Hum dissolves into Vajra. Visualize Vajra dissolves into Sa. Visualize Sa dissolves into Twa. Visualize Twa dissolves into Yajie of Hum. Visualize Yajie dissolves into short Ah. Visualize again short Ah dissolves into Ha. Visualize again Ha dissolves into crown chakra of sun and moon. Nada melts in between. Finally, visualize Nada vanishes like a rainbow, melting into the sky. Sit for a while, simply remaining in the state of utter simplicity and emptiness, free from all concepts and clingings. After a while, when thoughts again arise in your mind, you should think that all outer appearance are Buddha fields of Vajrasattva. All beings are 5 dhyani Vajrasattva, and recite the verse of dedication, aspiration, and good fortune once respectively.
此善为主三世善，回向为利无边众。愿诸一切能速得金刚萨埵之果位。我与一切诸有情，施坏誓言结令尽，从今乃至菩提间，三昧也界愿清净。诸现清净身庄严，诸身圆满密咒性，诸念成熟智慧中，甚得圆满愿吉祥。